HTML Tutorial Part 9, Mastering Grouping and Styling with div and span. Welcome back to our HTML tutorial series. In this 9th installment, we're diving deep into the world of HTML grouping and styling using two fundamental tags, div and span. These tags play a crucial role in web development, allowing you to structure your content and apply specific styles with precision. Whether you're building complex layouts or simply styling a portion of text, understanding how to use div and span will significantly enhance your ability to create well-organized and visually appealing web pages. What you will learn: the div tag, understanding block-level grouping and common use cases. The span tag, exploring inline styling and how it interacts with text and scripts. Using CSS with div and span, how to apply styles effectively to both tags. Practical examples: building a simple layout and styling specific elements within a web page. 1. The div tag, grouping block elements. Definition: the div tag, short for division, is a block-level element used to group other block-level elements or larger sections of content. It doesn't inherently add any visual styling but serves as a container that you can apply CSS styles to. The div tag is a go-to tool for organizing and structuring your web page into manageable sections. Structure: a less than div can contain other block-level elements like headings, h1 to h6, paragraphs, lists, and even other div elements. Example: div h1 welcome to my portfolio /h1. This section contains a brief introduction /p. Div h2 project 1 /h2. A description of the first project /p. Div h2 project 2 /h2. A description of the second project /p. Div explanation: in this example, the main div groups the entire content of a portfolio section. Inside it, two more div elements are used to group each project description. This structure allows for easy styling and organization of the content. Common uses of div: page layouts, grouping different sections of a web page, such as headers, navigation bars, content sections, and footers. Styling, applying CSS styles to entire sections of content. JavaScript interaction, using div as a container for dynamic content that JavaScript can manipulate. Example of a simple web page layout: div class equals container. Div class equals header. h1 on my website /h1 /div. Div class equals content. h2 about me /h2. This is a paragraph about me /p. /div. Div class equals footer. And copy 2024 my website /p. /div. Now let's craft a unique style to elevate this content to the next level, ensuring every element stands out with clarity and purpose. Style. Container. Width, 80%. Margin, auto. Header, footer. Background color, number 333. Color, white. Text align, center. Padding, 10 px. Content. Background color, hashtag F4 F4 F4. Padding, 20 px. /style. Explanation. In this example, we create a simple web page layout using div. The .container class centers the content, while .header, .content, and .footer classes style different sections. This structure is a fundamental layout in web design, showing how div is essential for organizing content. Advanced layouts, using grid and flexbox with div. You can create more complex and responsive layouts using CSS grid and flexbox properties with div. Here's an example of a grid layout. Div class equals grid container. D4 class equals grid item 1/div. Div class equals grid item 2/div. Div class equals grid item 3/div. Div class equals grid item 40/div. Div class equals grid item 5/div. Div class equals grid item 6/div. /div. Style. Grid container. Display, grid. Grid template columns, auto. Gap, 10 px. Padding, 10 px. Grid item. Background color, hashtag B0C4DA. Padding, 20 px. Text align, center. Font size, 20 px. /style. Explanation. This example uses CSS Grid to create a layout with 3 columns. The .grid container class defines the grid, and each .grid item occupies a space within the grid. This layout is highly customizable and responsive, making it suitable for modern web design. 2. The span tag, inline styling and text manipulation. Definition. The span tag is an inline element used to group and style specific portions of text or other inline elements. Unlike div, which affects the layout by creating a block-level division, span is used for styling or interacting with small sections of content within a block. Structure. The span tag is typically used within paragraphs, headings, or other inline elements to apply styles or manipulate text without disrupting the flow of the document. Example. This is a span style equals color, blue, font weight, bold, highlighted /span word in the sentence, /p. Explanation. Here, the word highlighted is enclosed within a span tag and styled with blue color and bold font weight. The rest of the paragraph remains unaffected, demonstrating how span is used for targeted inline styling. Common uses of span. Styling specific words or phrases, changing the appearance of particular words or phrases within a larger block of text. JavaScript manipulation, targeting specific text or elements for dynamic changes using JavaScript. Inline styling, applying styles to portions of text without altering the block-level structure. Example of JavaScript interaction with span. P of this text will change when you click the button. Span ID equals text change original text / span angry face / P. Button on click equals change text. Click me / button. Script. Function change text. Document.getElement by ID, text change, .inner text equals, text updated. /script. Explanation. In this example, the text, original text, within the span tag changes to text updated when the button is clicked. This demonstrates how span can be used to interact with JavaScript for dynamic content manipulation. Using CSS classes with span. Similar to div, you can use classes to apply consistent styling across multiple span elements. P of this is a span class equals highlighted /span word using a CSS class /p. Style. Highlight. Background color, yellow. Font weight, bold. /style. Explanation. Here, the .highlight class is applied to a span tag, giving it a yellow background and bold text. This method is preferred for applying the same style to multiple elements, maintaining a clean and maintainable codebase. This chapter covered the div and span tags. Div, a block-level container for structuring content. Span, an inline element for styling small text portions. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next chapter on integrating CSS and JavaScript. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel at itmasturo.